This looks so much better on the wall. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. Again, it is not perfect, but it's a remarkable difference from what we had earlier in the day. All right, hands up out there if anyone has ever had a canvas on their wall which has ended up warping. I know I definitely have, which is why I'm making this video today. Don't stress, there is definitely a way to straighten these out. It will take a little bit of effort, but not too much. It's 1 or 2 supplies you're gonna need. Today, I'm gonna jump to the store, we're gonna pick up exactly what we need, get home, we're gonna straighten this thing out, get it back on the wall, and see it all nice and straight. Let's explore exactly what a warped canvas is. So the canvases that we buy from stores are canvas that's already stretched over these frames. Now these frames are usually made from cheap wood, something like a pine, exactly like the one behind me is. And this pine does have a tendency to warp when it comes into a humid climate like I'm in at the moment. Now this can be really, really frustrating as an artist. You can spend all this time on an amazing piece of art like the one behind me, and then you end up with this warped canvas. Now, why is warping bad? 1, it doesn't look great. 2, it's really going to make it hard to sit that frame on the wall properly, whether you are putting on a hook or whether you are using 3M adhesive strips. And overall, it's just not a great finished look for your artwork that you've spent all this time on. I just kind of lived with warping for a very long time, but recently I did find a really great way to straighten these out, which is exactly why I'm making this video. So follow along with me, do what I do, and you'll be able to straighten those warped frames out as well. Let's get to the shop. Right, back from Bunnings, the hardware store. Who out there doesn't love Bunnings? Can pretty much find anything you need there. Picked up these galvanized steel brackets. I picked up 4 of them. These were about $5.49 each, I want to say. Now, these are going to be absolutely vital when it comes to what we're doing here today, because we are going to place one of these brackets on each corner, and then we're going to drill some screws into it while we're applying pressure to the canvas and making it straight. We'll have a look at that in a second, but I got 4 of these. Again, about $5.49, I think, each. I also got some timber screws. I know we're drilling into pine, but I thought these are going to be really good. I also got ones with a nice flat head. We'll have a look at them out of the box in a second. That's going to allow them to really pull this bracket onto the corners of this frame and straighten it out. Also, I'm going to be using my Ryobi drill here today. You could do this by hand, but seeing as we are going to try and keep this canvas as flat as possible, I thought it'd be easy just to go ahead. We're going to use the drill. We're going to get these brackets on, and we're going to see how nice and straight it is afterwards. Let's have a bit of a before look at what this canvas looks like on the ground so you can see exactly how warped it is. I've taken the canvas off the wall and I've got it laying flat on the ground here. And if I press the edge here, we can see how this is definitely not sitting straight. I'll flip it around. And it really is this corner here that's the problem. As you can see, this is definitely not sitting straight. Every time I put pressure on this, it's just wobbling the hell out of it. And no matter which corner I press down, the other one rises up. So we're going to get those brackets in on here, and we're going to have a look at what this does to the canvas in the end. So the key to this is I'm going to be standing on one of these corners here, on one edge, but I need the other end of this to stay completely flat. I'm going to use the edge of the couch here, and I'm going to have it actually sitting on the canvas here. There we go, corners are not going to go anywhere on this side now. I'm going to go stand on the other end, and we're going to start screwing these in. Awesome, so this turned out really, really well. Let's flip the camera around and have a look. So it's still not perfect, but it is a lot better than what it was. It is also worthy to note that the larger the canvas is, the harder this process is, and it's not always guaranteed to be perfect every single time. I've had a lot more success with smaller canvases, as we just saw. This isn't perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than what it was before, because as you saw, it was really sort of all over the place. I'm gonna get this back on the wall now. I decided to take the 3M strips off, and we're gonna go with more of a traditional hook in the wall. I've already got that up, so now it's time to get the canvas on and see how it's sitting. This looks so much better on the wall. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. Again, it is not perfect, but it's a remarkable difference from what we had earlier in the day. Let's flip the camera around again and have another look. You can see it's sitting really nicely on the wall. Let's go a bit of a side profile look. And the nice thing is it is sitting off the wall because of these brackets that we can see here. So overall, really happy with that end result. It's a nice piece of art on the wall that me and my son created, and now it's sitting almost flush to the wall, nice and straight. That's how I fixed warped frames on canvases. Give this a try. As I said, usually works a little bit better on smaller canvases, but it definitely is worth a shot. And another tip on that as well, if you're standing on one end, it's probably better to have someone else standing on the other end rather than trying to wedge it under a piece of furniture like I did. But hey, I worked with what I had. So get out there, give this one a try. Definitely worked this time. It was a heap of fun. The art's looking great. So until the next video, I'll catch you then.